Hi, my name is Attorney Brian Simino, and I want to tell you how you can effectuate your Board of Appeal order. You've had a hearing at the Board of Appeal. They've sent you a decision either by mail or by email, and now it's time to implement that decision. And there are two ways to do that. If you got an email from the board, you should have a link to the registry's website. You should follow that link. It'll take you to the My RMV profile. It says My RMV Online Service Center. And from that screen, you want to click on Reservations, and you want to select Make or Cancel a Hearing Reservation, which looks like the third option from the top. Once you do that, you'll go to an appointment information screen, and you select Schedule a Hearing Appointment. It'll ask you for a letter ID. Choose I don't have a letter ID. That'll bring you to the verification screen. You'll enter your date of birth, driver's license number, last name, and the last four digits of your social. Once you do that, click I'm not a robot and select Submit. You'll next go to an upload screen, and you'll be able to upload a copy of the Board of Appeal decision, known as a finding in order. That's the way to transmit that document to the registry, is through the upload screen. Once you do that, you'll go to a scheduling screen, and you'll be able to select the date and time of your appointment based on the availability. Once you select the date and time for your appointment, you'll be taken to another screen, and you'll select the type of hearing, and the choice is Board of Appeal or Court Order. That's the choice you should make, Board of Appeal or Court Order. Once you do that, you'll answer some more questions, type in your name, select the date, and hit Enter. You'll then get a confirmation from the registry as to the date and time of the hearing. It's a 1 hour window, so if your hearing is scheduled for 2 o'clock, a hearings officer could call you between 2 and 3 o'clock. They'll call you at the number you provide when you book the hearing. If it's a cell phone, make sure that your phone is able to accept calls from blocked, restricted, or private numbers, because that's how they'll call you. Once the hearings officer has you on the phone, they'll explain what you need to do to reinstate. You may need to pay reinstatement fees. You may need to take a written and road test. You may have other requirements, and they'll tell you what those are. Once you have your license reinstated and you've paid the fees, you can legally drive. You can't drive on that board order. That's not a license, but that order is an order to the registry to allow you to get your license back. There is another way to effectuate these board orders, and that's by requesting a same-day hearing. And what you can do is you can go to a certain registry location. They only do these at the main branches, which is Boston, Worcester, Springfield, Fall River, Wilmington. Has to be a main registry service center. You have to get there very early. I would recommend getting there no later than 7:30 in the morning. And you'll see a security officer explain that you want a same-day hearing. The officer will give you a form to fill out, and there's only a limited number of these forms. They're given out on a first-come, first-served basis. If you're lucky enough to get one, you'll fill that form out. You will submit that form and your Board of Appeal decision, which is known as a finding in order, to the security officer in a blue envelope. And then a hearings officer will call you that day. They're supposed to call you between 9 o'clock in the morning and 5 p.m. on the day that you request the hearing. They'll call the phone number that you provided. So again, make sure that number is able to receive blocked, restricted, or private calls. The hearings officer will advise you what you need to do to have your license reinstated, and then you'll be able to reinstate once you satisfy those requirements. Hearings officers have no discretion. When they're given a board order, they're required to abide by that order. If you run into any difficulties implementing your Board of Appeal order, you can contact me through my website, which is rmvlawyer.com.